why don't we dive in to a little bit, just about the political climate at the moment? Like what are we? Where are we now? What do we do? You know what I mean? Like I know I've had talks with a bunch of people. I know some people are like, whatever, just start shooting. I'm like, shoot who? Like who do you even shoot? How do you do that? Well, what does that even look like? Like, all right, you want civil war? What would that even look like at this point? Like with the way we are, technology, everything's completely modern. You got drones, you got this, you got that, you got people that want to fight, and you got, I would say, 90% of Americans wouldn't want a damn thing to do with actually fighting.
No.
So
I wouldn't think so.
what do you do?
What was the didn't the 3%er, didn't that come from like the Revolutionary War where it was like 3%?
There's only 3% that was at the colony.
Yeah.
Fought for what we have today.
Yeah. So I don't think it would be much more than that. I think you're right. 10% would probably be like being generous. It would probably be way less than that.
I think so. I would have to
Probably.
agree with that. Yeah. Being on a realistic scale.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Joe? What's your bridge to get us on the right track?
I mean, I'm no politician, man. I have no answers here, really. I would say, well, first and foremost, the one thing, Charlie, the assassination, everything inspired me to do is keep talking. Start talking to our fellow Americans, start saying our points, just kind of maybe trying to come to agreements on some issues. And like, I have a couple of trans people that have agreed to come on this show that we're going to have them on, whether they be in person here in the studio or they, we do this video call with them or whatever. But I mean, that's an issue. Why? Because it's something that a lot of Americans are divided on, and it might not hurt to talk to trans people and let's have a conversation how we feel about all of it. I mean, personally, I just, and it might be offensive to trans people to say this, and that's okay. That's why I'd like to talk to, my couple of friends that I do have. Like, can we just consider it a fetish? Some people have foot fetishes. I don't. I think it's kind of weird to have a foot fetish, but that's okay if you have a foot fetish and you like feet. So if you just considered being transgender as somewhat of a fetish, and you just like dressing up as a girl, or you really feel like a girl and you just want to be a girl, and that's what it is. It's just a sexual fetish that you have, and that's perfectly okay. And I'm sorry, if I say that and it becomes offensive to transgenders, because I certainly don't mean it that way. That is me just trying to bridge a gap. That's me trying to come to an understanding, because I think there are the simple transgender people that just want to, live their lives as they see fit. And, they want to live their lives as a woman. If you happen to be a man, or a biological man, and then live your life as a woman, that's okay. And I don't have a problem with that at all. But I mean, society does seem to have certain issues with that. And I think it'd be a lot easier if we could just consider it, somewhat of a sexual fetish and just call it that. When you say you are a woman, I feel there's a certain amount of entitlement there. And it's almost like trying to poke and prod at like the hardcore Christians or the people that would be opposed. It's almost like trying to start a fight, because it's like deep down, biologically you're not. So why are you trying to start this fight? What are you trying to get out of it? I mean, you can be a flat earther, or you can try to tell me the sky is green. And why are you doing that?